Today we got two savage beasts going head to head in the battle arena. Wolverine is taking on Lizard. So, who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. A long-lived mutant with the rage of a beast and the soul of a samurai, James Logan Hallett's past is full of blood, war, and betrayal. Possessing an assorted healing factor, enhanced senses, and bone claws in his hands that, along with skeleton, coated in adamantium, Wolverine is the ultimate weapon. Logan possesses superhuman strength, able to swing tree trunks around like baseball bats, held an elevator just one hand, punched into solid steel before. Wolverine also incredibly agile, possesses enhanced reflexes and speed, able to dodge point-blank bullets, machine gun fire, and even attacked faster than the human eye can follow. He's got incredible senses, many times better than a human, and can even surpass most animals. He can see in complete darkness, hear over incredible distances, taste pheromones in the air, fight blindfolded by just hearing, and is the best tracker in the Marvel Universe. It's also incredibly durable, thanks in large part to his adamantium skeleton and healing factor, and has with punches from Hulk, Thor, Thing, and Wonder Man. And let's just talk about Logan's healing factor for a second here. This mutant ability allows him to heal from virtually any injury at an incredibly fast rate. And I do mean any injury. He's regrown missing limbs, organs, he's even generated from just a skeleton before. But not only that, but his healing factor also prevents nerve strikes from working effectively because his healing bypasses the effect virtually instantaneously. Wolverine possesses 3-foot-long claws on each hand, which are coated in adamantium, and can slice through anything, even harming Hulk, Thor, and Thanos. Logan has been trained in a variety of different martial arts, mastering 28 different forms of Kung Fu alone. He's one of the greatest fighters in the Marvel Universe. He's taken down Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Deadpool, and even up to train Black Widow and Kitty Pryde. On top of that, Logan's been gifted with an incredible strategic and tactical mind, being compared to a highly advanced computer. So, as we got one corner, Logan Hallett, Wolverine, the man who's the best at what he does. But, enter the ring, the other corner, one of Spider-Man's most dangerous enemies, Lizard. During an experiment, Dr. Curtis Connors accidentally turns into a ferocious reptilian monster who seeks to turn humans into lizards like himself. The lizard is one of Spider-Man's oldest and deadliest foes, while ironically, his alter ego is a close friend, former teacher of Spidey's alter ego, Peter Parker. When Connor transformed himself into the lizard, he greatly enhanced his physical strength, speed, and durability to superhuman levels. He's strong enough and fast enough to be able to battle against Spider-Man, and he's highly resistant to injury because of his thick, scaly hide, so he can take attacks from ordinary weapons and small firearms. In addition, he's also got an incredible healing factor that allows him to recover quickly from severe injuries and even regrow lost limbs. Lizard is able to scale up walls in combination of his sharp claws and microscales on his hands and feet that create molecular friction like a gecko lizard. He also has a powerful tail, which he can whip at high speeds, and razor-sharp teeth that, combined with his muscular jaws, can deal a lethal bite. Connors can communicate and command all reptiles within a mile of himself via telepathy. He's been seen compelling humans to act out their primal urges before by suppressing emotional control of the amygdala. Lizard's intelligence ranges from bestial to animalistic to normal human intelligence, although he's usually on the higher end, not as smart as a normal human. However, Lizard has never been seen to actually be as smart as his alter ego, Dr. Kurt Connors. So, who wins? Let's break it down. Now, Spider-Man vs. Wolverine is a fight that we've seen plenty of times in comics, a fight that fans have debated back and forth for years. But today, I'd like to mix it up a little bit. Instead of throwing Spider-Man up against Wolverine, what about Lizard? Guy is also utterly savage, has a healing factor, and comes equipped with razor-sharp claws. Who'd come out on top? Well, today, that's what we're going to find out. And first things first, strength and physicality. Well, that's obviously gotta be Lizard. He's got a healthy edge over Wolverine in the strength department. But don't discount Logan completely. He's vastly stronger than the average man. He overpowers several men when they try to dogpile him, and he sends them flying backwards. He's crumpled up metal doors, caught and held an elevator before, repeatedly throwing opponents hard enough to bend or break metal bars, and he's even managed to throw Colossus and Dragon Man, both who weigh several tons, and snap thick chains made of the hardest steel that money can buy. And when Wolverine was hit dead on by a speeding truck, well, he didn't budge, brought that truck to a dead halt. Probably most importantly for this fight, though, Wolverine has sent Spider-Man absolutely flying away, wrecking a door upon impact, all with just a mere backhand. But like we said, Lizard has the clear advantage here. He's one-shot Spider-Man with a sucker punch, hurled cars, ripped apart metal, and punched through concrete. He's actually thrown Spider-Man half a mile away at the flick of his tail, ripped a massive stone beam in two, and chucked it at Peter, brought down two load-bearing concrete pillars with just one hit each. Lizard has even picked up and thrown a bulldozer before, and Spider-Man has said that Lizard is just as strong as he is. Yeah, Lizard's stronger, no doubt. Lizard is also faster. But don't count out Wolverine too quickly. He's surprisingly fast. He's able to easily evade gunfire when he wants to. He's able to move as a blur and strike faster than his opponents can register. And when a speedster attacked Alpha Flight, Logan was the only one fast enough to see him and fight against him. He's able to keep pace with Spider-Man. He's able to dodge attacks from Venom, has tagged speedsters like Speed Demon, and is fast enough to dodge automatic gunfire, even while running straight towards the shooter. Spider-Man has also consistently commented on Wolverine's speed, saying that Wolverine moved so fast that he could barely notice what happened. Wondered if Logan is actually faster than him. Then Scarlet Spider commented on how fast he is, that he moves like a ninja, that he can't even be touched. Only problem is, Wolverine doesn't really use his speed too much in order to dodge attacks. Relies more on his durability and healing factor in order to hold him out. Sometimes, he takes attacks not just because he doesn't need to avoid them, but because he doesn't want to avoid them, using those hits to pump himself up, really get into the fighting mode. But I think on the whole, Lizard is faster, or at least uses his speed on a more consistent basis. He's dodged stabs from Spider-Man, blitzed Spider-Man, moved so fast that he left blur lines as he attacked, and his tail is way too fast for Spider-Man to dodge. In fact, Pete has said in the past that Lizard is just as fast as he is. He has inhumanly fast reflexes, and even with a prior warning from his spider sense, Lizard's tail still moved too fast for Spidey to dodge. But, and here's the first real advantage for Wolverine, if Lizard is stronger and faster, Wolverine is definitely more durable, and has a better healing factor. Although, let's not instantly discredit Lizard here, because just like Wolverine is strong and fast, Lizard is also durable and can heal from a lot of stuff. He's taken a punch from Spider-Man, and Peter actually hurt his knuckles against Connor's face. Spider-Man has given Lizard everything he's got. Lizard was just unimpressed. And even shotgun blasts don't stop him. He's really just taken plenty of attacks from a very angry Spider-Man. He started several building explosions. Lizard doesn't have a healing factor like Wolverine too. Although, definitely not to the same degree as Logan, but still. Connor has said in the past that it could regrow his arm if it was torn off. He's been horribly mauled by vermin and was fine in a few seconds, and Lizard has been impaled by metal spikes, yet was up and running fairly quickly afterwards, all things considered. But none of that can really compare to Wolverine's durability and healing factor. Wolverine just got a massive edge of his adamantium bones and his healing factor. He really does. He's able to take punches from the best of the best in the Marvel Universe, including people like Thing, Thor, and Hulk, and is generally able to withstand pressure points and nerve strikes as well, because his healing factor is able to override the nerve strike before it actually takes effect. He's able to easily take all sorts of gunfire. He's able to fight through all sorts of knife and sword attacks, actually beat his enemy even after having his heart ripped out, and another time, that his heart burst in his chest. He was back on his feet a few moments later. He saw that nuclear explosion on more than one occasion. He's taken a gun, is able to disintegrate people, and one time fought against the X-Men who were hypnotized to attack him. Yet Logan took all of their attacks, actually able to keep on fighting through the night until the morning. He's even been kicked halfway around the world. The United States all the way to Georgia, the Georgia next to Russia, got right back up and was more pissed off than injured. And in regards to this fight, well, Wolverine is called Venom's strongest punch pathetic, and taking a full-on Speed Blitz assault from Spider-Man didn't pass out. And I know, he was briefly knocked out by Superior Spider-Man, but really that's actually more out of character for Logan than taking attacks of people like World War Hulk, Wonder Man, or Scar, which is honestly just kinda hilarious, but definitely shows how durable Wolverine is. However, I think while physicality is important and all, and also roughly equal, the big difference between the two is their damage output. Wolverine can take a lot of Lizard's attacks, because he's taken hits from stronger people before, but I'm skeptical of how much Lizard can take from Wolverine. Logan's attacks are some of the most powerful in comics, period, because it can cut through just about anything. They even cut Thanos when he had the Infinity Gauntlet. You can't really say the same for Lizard, even with his claws, considering they'll be stopped whenever they hit Logan's adamantium bones. But like we were saying with Wolverine, he can pierce through Hulk, Thor, Gladiator, and more. They'll slice through Lizard just the same, and Connor's healing factor isn't going to be fast enough to stop it. And even though Lizard is the faster fighter out of the two, that's countered by Wolverine's greater skill. I mean, he's renowned across the world, and even across the universe, an extremely deadly and experienced fighter. He's extensively trained in most all forms of martial arts. He's even highly skilled with pressure points and nerve strikes. He's battled against people like Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, Black Panther, Daredevil, and Captain America. And when Forge analyzed his brain during combat, he said that Logan was operating at such a high level that he was like an Olympic gymnast performing a gold medal routine while simultaneously defeating 4 chess computers in his head. Then Wolverine can also tap into his Berserker Rage, which is a hyper-violent state that it can enter when experiencing intense anger or pain. In this state, he's able to push past his normal physical limits. He's able to compress days of non-stop combat down to just a few minutes, and Forge said that he's even still able to maintain his highly sophisticated combat skills. He's able to form complex strategies, just in less time. Wolverine can simply dish out more damage with his attacks, take more attacks from Lizard, and Logan's greater skill really seals the deal here. Wolverine is coming out on top. Wolverine wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also be sure the like button, subscribe button, and turn notifications with the DanCo Army, and I will see you next time.